Good evening, everyone. My name is Anlam. I'm going to talk about the protest movement in the United States. I would choose three of my favorite movements, and I will talk about it in this digital story today. I will compare and contrast them with each other, and then decide which one is the most successful for me. The three movements that I choose to talk today are LGBTQ movement, feminism, or we also know as feminist movement, and the African American Civil Rights Movement. I will start with my favorite movement, the LGBTQ movement. First of all, I think we need to know about what is LGBTQ and what LGBTQ movement for. So LGBTQ stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender. The purpose of the LGBTQ movement is to fight for the rights of people in LGBTQ community and that advocate for the full acceptance of LGBTQ people in the society. The movement beginning in the early 20th century and there has been influential worldwide in achieving social progress for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and transsexual people. So, in the late of February in 2011, Barack Obama president announced that he and his Justice Department would no longer defend the Defense of Marriage Act because the Defense of Marriage Act did not accept the same-sex marriage. So people in LGBTQ community always try to involve into this society. They try to build good image. They do good things and they also support the community that they live in. So basically they just like normal people. Just look and think about gay people and people in LGBTQ community like a victims, not as an aggressive challenger. So this movement, is it actually work? The answer is yes. So the great result for this movement is that there are numerous countries around the world now have approved the law about same-sex marriage, and the LGBTQ community get involved into the society nowadays. However, until now, there are still some people who don't accept the LGBTQ community and like Russia is a good example for the anti-LGBTQ community in the world. This is some pictures about people support LGBTQ community. The second movement that I want to talk about in this video is feminism or feminist movement. So what is feminism? Feminism, based on the definition in the dictionary that I found on the internet, means the advocacy of women's rights on the grounds of political, social, and economic equality to men. There are many types of feminists, including lesbian, radical, African American, and feminists that focus on sexuality. These movements start during the 19th century And the purpose of this movement is to fight for the women's rights. So basically, women deserve equal treatment in the household and at the workplace. During that time, women, especially African American women, is seen mainly as a supportive role for a black man or a man. Then the black woman becomes an object to be utilized by another human being to fight for their rights. More than 1,000 women joined the protest. They also have large theatrical suffrage parades, strip speaking, pageants, held major annual convention, books, demonstration, picketing the White House. So the victory for the feminist movement of this time of period is what approved far more subtle. In the household, women are being treated equal to their husband. So the 19th Amendment, which grants women the right to vote. Working conditions and wages were better for women, and women also had more job opportunity. Women could be in politics. They also have birth control, and they can live a better life. However, some people still don't see women as equal to men, and sadly, women still not be able to have sole ownership of property during that time. These are some pictures about the equal rights of women in the society. And the last movement that I would like to discuss about in this video is the African American Civil Rights Movement. The main purpose for this movement is to put an end to desegregation in employment, school, public place, and improve the poor living condition of African Americans. African Americans want to be treated equally in society. They also deserve to equal treatment and have the basic right of human being. These movements first start when Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat on a bus to a white man. After that event, African American passengers refused to use public buses. Instead of use the bus, they will use taxi, bike, or walking. On March 1963, Martin Luther King has delivered a famous speech, "I Have a Dream," for 10 minutes long in Washington, D.C. So African American civil rights movement is a successful movement because public now have pay attention and contribute to the Civil Rights Act of 1964. However, during that time, the failure of this movement is still failed to outlaw the discrimination and the racism for African American people. These are some pictures about African American civil rights movement. The free movement all fight for the equal right in society. They all have struggle in society, being treated unequally, don't have rights to control the life. However, the feminist movement is rougher than the African American civil rights movement because there are also African American women included in the feminist. And the difference between the LGBTQ movement and feminism movement and African American movement is LGBTQ movement is fight for things that not natural, including to other people. So at the end, for me, the most successful movement is the feminism because compared to the past, nowadays, like women's life is so much better. They have control of their life. They have control of their body. They even have like better living condition and like have so many options for job and like things around them. So thank you for watching this video. This is the end. Goodbye.